months since I've done a class, so I have my notes. So bear with me if it's not the most zen flow. I'll do my best. So if everyone could take their shoes off, which I think everyone has, that would be awesome. We are going to start in a seated position with your legs crossed and a nice tall spine. Just put your hands on your knees. Just a couple of deep breaths here. Think about having a really tall, elongated spine. Each breath, try to get a little bit taller, sit a little bit more upright. We're going to do a couple neck rolls. Instead of going all the way around, I want you guys just to go like a quarter of the way and then back to center. Keep that chin nice and tucked. You're going to go 5 to the right and 5 to the left. You can alternate nice, slow neck rolls. You want to think about keeping your shoulders down and back while you do this. Try to start to relax the tension between your ears and your shoulders. Good, now you're going to bring your shoulders up and back, really tall neck. Hands come behind the back. Ideally, you want to be able to clasp your hands if you can. If you can't, just grab like whatever is available. But ideally, you want to be here. Now you're going to bring your fists over to right underneath that right rib cage, like right on the side here. Then you're going to tip your right ear to your right shoulder, opening up that trap. If you're tight here, you should really feel this. Try to relax and breathe. Good, you can either bring your hands back to center or release them for a second if that's starting to get uncomfortable. Right back, behind the back, and switch to the left. You might notice a difference that you can't get as far with one side or the other. Just work with what your body's allowing. Tip the left ear to the left shoulder into that right trap. Give another 3, 2, 1, and release. Good, we're going to come to a tabletop position. Hands right underneath the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips. We're going to go to a puppy dog pose. So your feet, the tops of your feet are on the ground. Your hips stay high, and you crawl your arms forward. Good, reach through those fingertips. Think about pressing your forehead to the mat. You should feel an intense stretch in the top of those shoulders. back a little bit. Breathe deeper into that stretch. Good, back to tabletop. Now watch me first before you go into this movement. You're gonna bring your right arm through. Palms facing up, your left hand's gonna stay right in front of your face. You're gonna sort of pin that right shoulder and think about pressing your head into the ground to relieve some of that space. Good, if this feels good, you want a little bit more of a stretch, take that left hand and wrap it around the small of your back. Think about pressing that head away from the shoulder. Couple more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Left hand comes right in front of the face. Gently press yourself up. Right back into tabletop. We're gonna go right to the left side. Left arm through, palm up. Right hand is right in front of your face. Press that head forward. You want a little bit more of a stretch, take that right arm and wrap it around your back. Nice, guys, hold right there. Nice, if your hand is behind your back, bring that hand in front of your face and slowly press back up into tabletop. Before we come into our next shoulder stretch, we're gonna stretch out those feet a little bit. So you wanna curl your toes underneath your mat like this. This is a little bit of an intense stretch. If it's too much, you don't have to do it, but because our feet are in sneakers all day, this is a really good way to sort of stretch out those toes. So you're gonna sit back on your heels as much as you can. Your weight should be on your toes. Just hold it in. If you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can come here. If not, just stay right here. Good. Come on out of that. So everyone has a blue band. If you don't, it's because you don't need it. If you cannot get into this position here, I want you to grab that blue band and just use it as a support to add some resistance behind your back. Good, so now interlace your fingers, and you're gonna draw your shoulders down and back, and bring the arms up any amount that you can. If that's too intense, grab that blue band. Good, we're gonna get into a little bit more of an intense stretch with it. You're gonna pretend like you are balancing the floor on your head, arms come up any amount that they can. If you were holding books on top of your head, that's exactly where you want your head to be on the ground. Arms come up any amount, they don't have to be straight. Just pulling those shoulders back. Another 3, 2, 1, and release. Nice, guys. Good, right back to that toe stretch for another couple seconds. If you were just here before, see if you can maybe get here. Hold for a couple more seconds. Good, another 3, 2, 1. We're gonna stand up. Feet are wide. I'm gonna come right back into that behind the back stretch. Again, if you wanna grab your band here, totally, you totally feel free to do that. So now we're going to bring the arms up overhead. We're going to tip our weight as much as you can into the balls of your feet. That's where you want to balance. Arms come up over your back, any amount. Good, hold for 3, 2, and 1. You're going to stay hinged at the hips. Now hands come wide into a hammock pose. Almost as wide as your feet. And you're going to look at the wall behind you. Hold that pose. Good, another 3, 2, 1. You're going to heel toe your feet in. Walk your hands to your feet. And stand up. Good, quick shake it out before we go back down to the mat. When you're ready, you can meet me in child's pose. Knees are wide like your mat, big toes to touch, butt is back towards your heels, and reach those palms forward. And now you're going to take both hands and walk them 3 steps to the right side of your mat. And hold. Feel that left side really open up. Good. Crawl back to center. And hold for a count. And then right into 3 steps to the left side. And back to center. Nice work. We're gonna drop it down to your belly. Just have your arms by your side for a second. And hold for about 10 seconds here. Just relax. Let the body relax. When you're ready, your right arm is going to come out into a T, and your left hand is going to be right by your shoulder. And that left leg is going to twist across the back and plant that foot behind you, opening up that right shoulder. Keep it pinned. The more you rotate towards the center of the room, the more you feel that stretch in that right shoulder. Good, and back to center. Go right into the left side. So left arm out straight. Right hand is right by your right shoulder. Right foot across the body. Plant it behind you. And press that forward away. Head is relaxed or on the floor. Don't strain that neck. Good, back to center, arms by your side, other cheek that you were laying on before. Quick rebound here. We have one more shoulder stretch. The last thing we'll do here is grab your hands behind your back. You can interlace your fingers. That's good. If you need to grab your blue band, that's fine too. Now you're going to elevate your chest like you're doing a Superman, and you're going to press your palms towards your heels. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. When you're ready, come to standing position on the edge of your mat. Stretch out those hamstrings. Your feet are going to be as wide as your hips. And you're going to keep your legs straight the whole time. And you're going to bend down as far as you can, keeping your legs straight. I don't care if that's here, 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 or here, as long as your legs are bent straight the whole time. So meet me in this position wherever is comfortable for you. Now you're going to bend one leg and keep the other straight, and then switch. 10 total reps. Nice soft knee. Keeping those one leg straight the whole time, as much as you can, the other one slight bend. Good, from here, you're going to come into a lunge on the right foot. And your hands are going to frame that foot. Left leg is completely straight behind you. And you're just going to give me 10 rocks back and forth. That right knee is right over the middle of that right foot. Left leg is straight. And you're rotating off the ball of that left foot. Good, back to plank. And slowly walk your feet up to your hands. Stand up, we're gonna go back down one more time. This time, you're gonna grab your elbows and pretend like your elbows and your rib cage are really heavy and they're pulling you down. Your back is totally fine if you round your back. I just want those legs as straight as possible. Good, 3, 2, 1. And left leg is going to come forward. Your hands are going to frame that foot. Straighten that back leg. And 10 rocks on the ball of that right foot. Keep the as you can, you're going to straighten your leg. It doesn't have to be completely straight. You probably can't get it completely straight. And you want to pull that leg in. Head is relaxed. About pressing that heel towards the ceiling. Good, slowly lower. Now you want to grab that band and you're going to wrap it around the middle of that foot. You can start with a bent knee and then giving some resistance on the band, you're going to straighten that leg. If you can get it as straight as before with your hands, totally fine. Just come to where it is comfortably uncomfortable. You want to think about pointing that toe towards your face. Good, 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and drop that band and that right leg. Quick switch right into the left. Hands behind that left hamstring. Pull the knee into your chest and straighten the leg as much as you can. You might feel a difference from one side to the other. That's normal. Usually dominant on one side and favor one side. Just go to where it's comfortable. Another 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and grab that band. Get it right around the middle of your foot. Pull in and straighten. Relax that right leg. Should be straight on the ground. Toe is pointed in towards your face. Hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and drop it. Nice. Last thing we'll do is you're going to come to a seated position. Legs are nice and wide. You want your butt towards the back of that mat. And as much as you can, crawl your fingertips forward. Nice wide lunge here. Take a couple deep breaths and see if you can inch your fingers even further. Breathe into it. One more time. Three, 2, 1. Nice. Hope everyone feels a little bit more mobile, a little bit more loose. If anyone has to go, feel free to leave. But I did have like a little meditation that I read this morning that I thought would be nice to share. If you guys are up for it. It's just quick. Mind you, there hold on in my bag. So if you want to just lay on your back and close your eyes or come into child's pose, you lay on your belly, wherever it feels comfortable to you. Let's go 5 deep breaths here. meditation is from a book. The author's name is Panache Desai. He is a love and acceptance self-coach. He does a lot of seminars and workshops, and he wrote this 30-day transformational meditation book. So the meditation for today is called Be the Change. So many of us believe that we have to do something. We have to take action in order to make a difference in the world. We have to have a higher purpose, a mission, some profound calling. And while action certainly has its place, really how we are in the world is what makes the difference. Consider this. If you are at peace with yourself, you are already making a difference. We can donate money or send aid or volunteer at a shelter, but the first thing we must do is take responsibility for our own path and our own consciousness. If you come into harmony with yourself and vibrate out into the world, you are the change. It's not about magnitude. It's not about grand nature. If you gather up all the parts of yourself and you love them, that love is contagious. The ripple effect of this kind of energy is tremendous. In some ways, it's more profound than all the external contributions that you have ever made. The more we are at peace with ourselves, the more our collective energy will shift. And anything that stands in the way of peace and tranquility will have no choice but to end. Feel everything inside you. Come to a place of peace. You are becoming a part of the ever-expanding minority. We want as many places of peace on this earth as possible. When consciousness changes, we undergo a shift. Every single person in this room is playing a part in that shift, out of fear and into peace. Completion, peace, kindness. These are all the seeds that you are sowing. Don't rush to do something. Just sit still and be. Allow yourself to be the change. There's no effort involved. Eventually, there will be time for action. This path isn't about complacency after all. You can get there later, once you know yourself better. But for now, your willingness to walk